nothing humble about me. Bitcoin will go to fucking zero. It is my humble opinion. There's nothing humble about me. Bitcoin will go to fucking zero. It is my humble opinion. There's nothing humble about me. Bitcoin will go to fucking zero. It is my humble opinion. There's nothing humble about me. Bitcoin will go to fucking zero. 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 It is my humble opinion. There's nothing humble about me. Bitcoin will go to fucking zero. It is my humble opinion. There's nothing humble about me. Bitcoin will go to fucking zero. It is my humble opinion. There's nothing humble about me. Bitcoin will go to fucking zero. It is my humble opinion. There's nothing humble about me. Bitcoin will go to fucking zero. 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 Zero.
Right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everyone doing? Hope we're all tip-top. Ah, the snowy sounds of soft piano music. Bliss. Look at this, not even a 1% range. On the 1 second chart. Where's my volatility, motherfuckers? Put this on. Is it copyright free, why though? Or am I gonna get my Twitch banned? You good? Yeah, I'm alright. It's been a busy couple of weeks. I've been on dad duty. The market's been... Alright, I'll try your quote-unquote banger, but if it's shit, you're in trouble. And if it gets me banned... Okay. Okay, that's great. I've never heard this. Yeah, where's my bored ape gone? Where are all my apes gone? Mate, I love that. That's good. Alright, plus 10 social credits for you. Wido. It's literally above. It's literally the one that BTC Wido posted. It is a banger. And the other ones above that, the two YouTube links are safe to click, my friends. They are safe to click. So yeah, I got a little bit distracted there, didn't I, as per usual. So how's everyone doing? We all long? We all shorting this down to 0? Which I sarcastically tweeted yesterday and everyone took to be gospel. I guess it's the lowest form of wit is sarcasm, but there we go. We all mega bullish, mega bearish, somewhere in between. I will obviously regale you with my thoughts and wisdom shortly after some of you answer that question. No idea. At least you're honest, Ibreen. Hey, hey, hey. Range. Haribo 666 Adler? Wow. That's a name. Got some longs filled overnight, but not that optimistic. Is that a subtle shill for OP? New long day ANKR? Just before the Microsoft pump. Want some ETH. Yeah, we'll talk about ETH. We'll talk about ETH. Ah, some of the boys and girls and days in chat are doing pretty well. Better than me. Better than me. I got like 0.7% out of Doge earlier, so you know, pat myself on the back for that one. What an incredible trade. Slightly bearish overall. I like it. There's always a nice bit of diversity in the chat, but everyone seems very passive. It's interesting that after a couple of days, like last week, everyone's like, "Yeah, fucking bull market's back, baby," you know, and everyone's got like a relatively decent conviction that we're in an uptrend still. Oh, Charlie. Oh, Soak TV. But today everyone seems a bit on the fence. You got the Doge pump, shame. Got put back to my entry. Yeah. Fucking Elon tweets a picture of I let the dogs out and Doge pumps 5%. What a wonderful market we live in. Wonderful. How come you've got a star? It's because you longed all the decoins. You're a 1 month subscriber, my friend. Which I presume means that since you didn't actively choose to do it, I think Magus or White bought it for you. It's very kind of them. Betting 10 of your underwears on Zen. Nice. Alright, let's go through. Let's go through some stuff. Let's go through some lines. We like the lines. Hey, Shoji. What does being a subscriber entail? I don't actually know what the benefits are. You get to use some emotes. Like this, which is meant to be transparent, but Boomer Charlie didn't make it transparent. Because I don't know how. Because I whiffed it. Can you draw a line to 0 on BTC? Yeah, probably. Ah, oh, fucking Zipper, you're banned, mate. What's that? Who's a better streamer, Magus or you or my Magus? Magus is probably better because he uses a lot of complex words to describe number go up, number go down. I can't believe you've done me like this, Zebra. I can't believe it. Yeah, see, there you go. Dominic's got it. I need to make them transparent, but fuck knows. Fuck knows how to do it. All I can do is report my own emotes. But anyway, what's everyone looking at when they see this chart? Is this particularly bearish? Particularly bullish? Looks okay for now. I like that answer. Anyone else? Looks half decent. Yeah, I drew a line, and now the chart looks better. Has to hold. That's one of my favourite sayings. Has to hold this level. Bitcoin must hold. And then what you do is you draw a big arrow. I don't even know what the fucking arrow thing is. Let's have a look. There we go. So yeah, I don't obviously use the arrow signage quite enough. Bitcoin must hold this level. Try a big dildo instead. Yeah, Bitcoin must hold this level. Key support. Should we just tweet that out? Yeah, let's do it. I don't give a shit about my Twitter reputation anymore. Any support on the tweet be greatly appreciated. Bitcoin bull market over ? Must hold this key level. There we go. We tweet out dog shit for the fans. If you make it thicker, it will hold. Oh, is this like Worms back in the day where you used to have to, you know, build girders and stuff? Top tier, low quality tweet. Yeah, that's quite a contradiction in and of itself, isn't it? Really, top tier, low quality. But yeah, it's done. Yeah, so this is kind of my thought process, is that we do kind of have to hold this level. Like, I don't want to short this low. I could be an absolute ape and short into some form of breakdown. You know, we're seeing relative weakness. That's just we're seeing, like, it's just fucking dying a death down here, isn't it? For me personally, like, 4-hour trend is quite obvious, and it's been our friend for a long time. And the last couple of times that we've lost it, if I just take all this shit away, right? The last couple of times that we've lost it, hasn't really done much. Pretty big sell-off, you know, comparatively, which obviously had a major knock-on effect on alts. And look where we are now. Like, does this mean that I want to go balls deep long on everything right here? I mean, from an RR perspective, it's not too bad to just say, right, well, I'm going to long this, and I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to make some trade up to, like, this range high or whatever. So RR is okay. You can justify a trade, you know, 5R or whatever. Maybe if you drag this down here, you start saying, well, actually, no, that's not great. But for me, it's just all about, like, expectancy, and I don't want to be on the wrong side of this trend if it does shit the bed. And it's just a really simple, pragmatic way of looking at it and going, well, from a let's say from a spaghetti perspective, like, we're not seeing risk on alts really at all today. Like, the movement on most alts has been we've had a good move on LDO, which I'll come on to, but it was Doge this morning, which was Elon tweeting a dog, or a I let the dogs out meme. We are so back. Yes. And I'm just in no rush to swing to force any swings here. I would rather just see a simple reclaim of 4-hour trend and then think about what swing longs can I get. And LDO is one that would be nice for the next leg up, personally. Like, let's take this off now. Hopefully I've made my point. Dusk is starting to move up again. Yeah, Dusk. Rapture longed Dusk and DYDX. You know, you don't have to get long down here. You don't have to try and knife catch anything. You don't have to do anything particularly brave and aggressive. You know, we are kind of just sat in a bit of a... It's a bit shit, isn't it, in terms of a range, but I'll take it for now. You know, I was trying to look for some divergences this morning in terms of getting on board, but it was a little bit messy. A little bit messy, you know, you've got that. But I didn't take it. Hey, Grant Stevenson. Up or down? I'm sat in cash, and I think shorting here is just a bad choice. I think I would literally rather short. So let's go to the 4-hour. I would literally rather short on a breakdown, personally. Zill had a good move, did it? Zill's not on my watch list, but actually Born from the group was talking about Zill quite a lot. Can I send you a chart of a trade I took and how you would manage it? I would have bought the bottom and sold the top. Because, obviously. We laugh about trades all the time. Check Sin from Binance. Yeah, I saw Sin. So yeah, I mean, for me, like, I want to see. I said in the group today that I want to see. I just want to play rotations. That's it. Like, I'm not particularly interested in trying to catch a short now. We're seeing a pretty brutal sell-off, which is nice. Bit of action on stream. I want to jump on the next rotation as it happens, or I want a strong sell-off and basically a liquidation event. So I want to see, the classic price action doing this, getting weaker and weaker until it then just fucking sells off. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm not in any positions at the moment, so it gives me a nice, clear, level head. I'll talk you through a couple of positions that I did have. One that worked out okay, one that didn't work out at all. When I mean rotations, it means after a dip. Yeah, basically. So the way I see the market is just an oscillation of ups and downs. So one rotation is there to there. So it's gone up, it's gone down. And all I'm interested in really is longing alts during that period there. And I want to capture there to there. That's it. I don't give a shit about this. I don't give a shit about this. I will try and play this occasionally if I've got a very high conviction thesis, like when we had LDO and APT moving, and we had really strong sell-offs and really quick buybacks, like proper V reversals, and you could see on the 1 second chart, or you could see on a setup like this, that certain coins are massively outperforming others. So LDO has been one that's on my radar today, and yeah, here we go. I should have stuck to my own plan, really. What duration is my average trade? I mean, you can ask my wife. She'll tell you. Hours. What's my entry technique? Spit on it first. Sorry, that's fucking crude and crass, isn't it? Terrible. What face? Yeah, that's great. TMI? Yeah, apologies for that. I kind of understand if you just want to block the stream. If you can go for hours, a lady will never forget you. True. Blocked and reported. Yeah, blocked and reported from my own stream. What's my entry technique? It depends on the trade setup, is the honest answer. But what I like to have is, and you'll see it throughout pretty much all my charts, it doesn't matter, like, this is the argument I always have about TA, is that it's not about, like, well, for me, it's not about repeating a simple price action setup that says, if I get a fair value gap at this level, blah blah blah, then I'm doing this. It's about, okay, well, what levels can I draw from the price action that's in front of me? How do I think value is moving up and down? Where can I take a position with an invalidation that's pretty clean? Because as much as it's about, so this here, this morning, you could see LDO was basically massively outperforming the rest of the market. Let's peep that. Let's go back a little bit. So we had a pretty decent sell-off. You can see LDO starting to ramp up. There's my replay. Where the fuck's my replay tool? It's gone down there, lovely. So you can see LDO starting to kind of go off once the Doge news took aside. I didn't want to trend follow this, which is one way of entering. It would have paid off, but I falsely identified that it wasn't going to be a sort of trending coin on the basis that the market generally was pretty weak, and like if you look at all these percentages, it's pretty piss poor, pretty weak day. Liquid staking dogs, yeah, LSD season. FXS is great, just 3-minute delay of LDO. That's great. That's like having a time machine and cheating. But then for me, it's about, okay, mark some levels. Where do you want to interact? How do you want to trade it? And where would you like to get on board? I mean, obviously, I'd like to get on board at like 1 cent, right? But the reality is, you know, consolidation before next leg up is basically my only play here, which is around here. So, you know, we've absolutely blasted through, reclaimed this level. Trader Samwise gifted. What a legend. What a legend. Cheers, mate. I watched you a few months ago during a CPI event. And if I remember right, you made about $2,800 in about 4 seconds flat. Which was very impressive. Cheers, Chief. That means a lot. I'm not sure what you get for your subscription, but we'll work that out at some point. Yeah, I'm sure it was either a CPI event or it was a Powell speech or something. But you literally, Bitcoin like literally did this. It was like whoosh straight up, and I think your asks literally capped the market, and then it just went like that. Look at that. Right, so what was I babbling on about? LDO and entry triggers. So basically, I like liquidation events, so I like, you know, very high volume sell-offs, and I like when we start getting a bid and when we start getting some movement at the bottom. Not that you know it's a bottom, obviously, but when you start getting a bid rolling in, I like taking some positions early, but it's not with a full position size typically, because you know you have a strong sell-off, you have a sort of mean reversion bounce, and then it just legs down again. So for me, it's a very high risk play, and I've got to be managing my position in that a lot. Like literally, it's quite intense when it does happen. And sometimes it works really well, and you catch wonderful bounces, and sometimes it works absolutely horrifically, and you end up just panic selling sort of down here. So yeah, I've got a couple of different entry criteria. I like slower moves as well. So if you get, you know, a reasonable sell-off and you get some nice RSI divs or AO divs that give you a very clean signal at a level on an alt that you're looking to bid, then that's always nice as well. So I kind of have a tiered set and tiered approach where I'm allowed to size heavy on some setups and not as heavy on others. So for example, I'll talk you through a losing trade because it's probably the first time you'll hear that from a streamer. So I top long DETH, and I'm proud of it. Okay. The question I always ask myself is kind of, would I take the trade again? And the answer is yes. It's not my highest conviction sort of setup because 1, it's not particularly high beta. 2, like there's no necessary narrative around it and all that kind of wonderful stuff, and I prefer playing the in-play coins with size. Right, let me ignore the chat for about 5 minutes while I just mince off about this one. And all I was doing was basically saying that ETHBTC, like at the time, bearing in mind I didn't have obviously this bit of information, the last time I said ETHBTC looked like fucking hot garbage was down here, and all I could think was, you know, it's support until it isn't. And we also had, at the time, we were having reasonable rotations, we were continually pressing up against this level, and from a 4-hour perspective, we just had this candle here, which was, let's just jump into it. You know, I'm not a candle trader per se, but the speed at which that was sort of bought up was, this one here, wasn't it? The speed at which that was bought up was very good, very reassuring in terms of like the strong reaction here, strong reaction here, strong reaction again, you know, strong demand just consistently. So those things all combined, I thought, right, I'll take this trade. We're going to 2k ETH, boys. It's over for the Bears, and yeah, got absolutely cucked on it. Actually tried to like micromanage it a little bit down here, and ended up saving myself a tiny bit of it. I think I got out around here because there was actually a 15-minute divergence down here. It's very, very janky, but in hindsight, I don't think it was a great way to play it. I got lucky that it actually did play out, but yeah, there we go. Deep inside, everyone is a dumb ape. Yeah. You made a whopping 1% on that div. Lovely. Yeah, it's janky as shit. But I was looking at it and I was like, I was basically, I did the naughty thing of like pulling all my stops down to like here, because I went back and questioned why the fuck's my stop here and not under this level. Why is it minimum not under there, and even better somewhere under here? But obviously I'd have got stopped, but I'd have managed my position size a little bit more effectively. Is what you're doing technical analysis? No, it's just talking gibberish, mate. Talking gibberish. But I mean, this bit, yeah, is probably technical analysis in terms of it's an RSI divergence. And we're talking about price action and market structure and all that kind of wonderful stuff. This bit is not technical analysis. This bit is lines. This bit is lines on a chart. Jump to real time. Let's just get rid of this stupid replay tool. So why though? When you said you were not optimistic about your longs, look what you've done. OP. Charlie, you know the TRB top, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a position. I genuinely meant what I said, which is it always makes me smile when oracles pump, because it's kind of one of those things of like, oracles should have seen it coming, and I just smiled to myself. It's really bad, really bad. To me, this whole thing seems like gambling. It's the best casino in the world, and to an extent, it is gambling. Like, just based on what the course was, how should you know what it will be? It's gambling, but with edge. Can you link spaghetti? Of course I can for you, my friend. It is, and the edge comes in so many different forms. You've got narrative traders, you've got researchers, you've got on-chain analysts, you've got price action traders, Renko traders, EMA traders, Ichimoku, blah blah blah, all that kind of wonderful stuff, right? You've got loads of different ways of trying to derive an edge in this shithouse. Bull tingle traders, yeah, gut feeling. This looks like this. Yeah, this looks bullish. Why? Why does this look bullish? What's giving you that thought process? That's what I'm always interested in. Is I completely respect that different people see things differently. Yeah, I can probably delete all this shit on Ethereum now, because that trade idea was completely invalidated. Well, not invalidated, it was fucking wrong. I lost money on it. Should we talk about one that went a little better, just to make me feel better, just to heal my bruised ego ever so slightly, and then we'll get on to the kind of next play. Just say you flip short and edged. I would do that, but there's kind of no point. Like, I don't mind taking losses, and I think that a lot of people, especially in this space, refuse to talk about them and refuse to accept them. And that's not the fucking case. The market was wrong, not you. Yeah, fucking Vitalik, man. Who's this guy? I genuinely probably talk about losers more than I do winners, especially on Twitter and Twitch. It's pretty bad, really, isn't it? Maybe I should just self-fillet myself and never miss a trade. Am I overall in a plus? Yeah. I mean, this last 7 weeks or whatever, basically since the start of the year, like if you're not in a plus, and you're trading altcoins, you really need to take a look in the mirror and ask yourself, is this for you? I'm not being harsh, but you could literally have pressed the green button on fucking anything, and you should be reasonably up. So, yeah. Yeah, Twitter is full of green P&L cards all the time. Well, that's it. I've had some great trades over the past 6-7 weeks. I've had some shit trades over the past 6-7 weeks. I've had some really well managed ones in terms of I've managed myself out of potential drawdowns. I've sized on and sized off really, really well. My execution's actually pretty good, generally speaking. Short of every pump. One day I'll be right. Yeah. I mean, I did short Aptos. I took a little short on Aptos, and I nearly got my asshole ripped open. It definitely didn't spit on it for me. Yeah, let's talk about Magic. Let's talk about Magic. Let's talk about a trade that went reasonably well from last week's stream. So let's go back to here. Fuck that, just use Photoshop. Yeah, 100%. I could just Photoshop everything, couldn't I? We just Photoshop it all. Actually, if I do this, look at that. Oh, wow, what a trader. What a... Hang on. Perfect. Literally couldn't get better. Wow, genuinely. So last week we had... So this will give you an idea of kind of trading styles and entry triggers and all that kind of wonderful stuff. Let's just do something to make it a little bit easier. In fact, I don't know where to delete it. Fine. Oh, it's there. So, you will note that down here, let's play it forward a little bit. One of the absolute best performing coins was Magic. Let's go back a little bit. And I'm of the very simple-brained opinion that strength leads to strength. Now, it doesn't matter why it's in play. Is it a Chinese narrative? Is it an LSD? Is it this? Is it that? You know, whatever. I kind of care, and I think that environment and context do play a part in my trade thesis, but I'm not going to be a full-blown narrative trader, right? And the reason is that narrative is an idea, and it's born in the bid. Like, a narrative is a nice theoretical concept about why something might bid and what coins to look out for. So it gives you, narrowing down a market into a focus, right? And for me, that's exactly what Spaghetti does. But Spaghetti says, oh yeah, your thought process is this, and it's actually being bid. There are people willing to back that idea. They are buying this coin or these coins or these collections of coins. And trading off Spaghetti is basically the narrative being born through the beta and through the bid. So that's it. Bid, I guess. Bid is the birth of narratives. And for me, like, seeing something like this, just absolutely rip through everything else. I don't know what else was strong. It's kind of, okay, well, how can I get in on those moves? How can I get in on a position? Where were we? 16th. So we basically had it as the top performing coin, and you can even draw it on this. You can literally draw it there. This is a range. This is a consolidation. How long do you know it'll go on for? So I'll come on to the thought process, but it's not I got quite lucky with this stop, but this is how you get on board. Draw a range. Right, where's your invalidation? There's your low. All right, well, let's just play it as a range breakout play and assume that strength's going to lead to strength. And lo and behold, it did. Normally, I take a little bit of size off when you're up X amount. What were we up? We're up. Let's go back. I think it was about 10%. All right, maybe it was 18%. But I was lazy and it was the weekend, so I didn't. Oh, it's here, mate. I'll drop it. There you go. I was lazy and I didn't, and I got lucky with that. But as you can see, sort of strength led to strength. You can see it in this move here, and what I ended up doing was essentially playing a trade within a trade, which was this, is a decent breakout pattern, usually, in terms of you've got higher lows, you're basically respecting this trend going up, and what you'd want to see for, you'd want to see a strong impulse for a continuation move if that theory is going to play out, and I didn't. So what I had was my stops in here and in here. So I ended up basically getting out like this. So not the best trade, but certainly not the worst. And, that's how I like catching breakouts. And this is a 30-minute chart, but, same principle applies to higher time frame as well. Do I consider math? Not really. I mean, there's loads of, typical TA charts and stuff that will do, not TA charts, what am I on about? Like, typical TA or traders who will go, I don't even know. It will say, this is that, and therefore the expected moves are the same. That move should equal that move. I'm probably butchering this, but I don't trade like that, so please excuse me. So, some people will say that is, the textbook TA trade. Magic was a banger. He sized up well and dumped just before the Burj Khalifa. New legend. I love that. I love that. The student becomes the master, eh? You absolutely crushed me on it because I let it round trip, and was lucky that it didn't take. This. But distributions, well, fundamentally, I suppose yes, because what I'm doing is What I'm doing is looking at the distribution of beta. So I'm looking at the distribution of strength in terms of what is strong and what isn't. I'm not interested in 80% of this shit. I am interested in the top or bottom couple of percent. That's it. Sorry, I keep forgetting it's on replay mode. Even Magic's not looking too bad now. Magic LDO OP. I've got to go back over most of the Binance coins, to be honest with you, because I've just got my institutional access, which is hooray. Not only did I long the top of Ethereum, but I got a Binance institutional account, which basically means that this section of the bull market, if you want to call it that, is over. But we can chart some random coins if you like. But yeah, hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight as to thought processes, some trades, some winners, some losers. I mean, it's very small, but fairly short even. Charlie, do you care about fundamental analytics, or do you make use of it for holding bags on a longer term basis? Yeah, I 100% do. I did reasonable threads. Let me see if I can find them. I did reasonable threads on stuff a while ago when I put a lot of effort into Twitter. Let me find it. I just personally... There you go. There's a load of old stuff there. So, I don't have the investor mindset at the moment. And that's rightly or wrongly, right? That's up to me. You can do what you want with your money. I'm not gonna, sit here and say I'm right. I am right for me at this point in time. And when I did that, I think there's a bit in there where I go through like my old investment portfolio, which was things like Rune, DAG, Tomo, and various others. And I wanted a bit of a mix. 25,000 what? What? No. $2,501 per month. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted a mix. I wanted to cover a couple of different sectors, and I wanted to have basically very unreasonable targets for them. And if I didn't have unreasonable targets for Rune in particular, that's the one that went flying, and to be honest with you, probably quote unquote changed my financial state more than anything. Because my final target for Rune was $100. So I held it from, hello, how is dollar looking now? I don't know, we'll have a look in a minute. So yeah, I truly believe in fundamentals. I think that they do play a part, but I completely respect that a lot of people just like looking at charts. Some people out there trade Bitcoin all day long. That's it. That's all they do. They trade BTC. And fair play. I used to trade BTC and ETH, and you've never felt as alive, or I've never felt as alive in trading when you get like a 20-30% pump on your alt and you make just silly amounts of money in minutes. I mean, I know you can do the same on BTC, obviously liquidity is better and all that kind of wonderful stuff, but yeah. Good fundamental leads to good story, leads to people not selling, it leads to a good chart. Is any of it real? Does it matter? Well, that's kind of what I think. And like, I believe that fundamentals have a place in it, but have to appreciate that like 90% of crypto is purely a speculative premium. Because how many of you use Bitcoin for your payments or actual transactions? Litecoin, USDT, USDC, do you pay for much real world goods with crypto? 100x long low market cap coin? Yeah. But when I started, that was more I preferred trading Bitcoin and ETH because they were slower, and my trading wasn't up to scratch, to be honest with you. And I liked going on TradeOgre and various other places, punting, $1,000, $5,000, maybe $10,000 at a push into some low cap shitcoin, waking up the next day to find that you'd either lost 50% or it'd gone up 5x. Blur doing the walk-up pattern. Yeah, Blur's been an interesting one. Like I did get some Blur, but that was last stream. We drew that little meme. It actually does remind me a lot of Ape in terms of when Ape listed. But yeah, I haven't been trading it. When have you been trading Blur? Because there was a nasty that yesterday. Rip. So yeah, in short, the fundamentals matter. I personally think they do. It gives me, from an investment perspective, more confidence to hold something for longer, because one thing that people don't talk about very often is the psychological struggle of putting $10,000 in a project, or whatever an amount is that's meaningful to you and available to you, right? And a year down the line, that's $100,000, right? But it's nowhere near your target. You thought this thing was going to 100x, but you've now got $100,000. You're working a $40,000 a year job. That's 2.5 years of your job sat in that shitcoin that could go to zero tomorrow. Like, what do you do? How'd you cope with that? Like, and for me, the way that my brain works is that I need solid conviction in my idea that actually, this could be the decentralized version of crypto that doesn't use exchanges, that's permissionless, that swaps native assets, that was essentially Uniswap, but earlier, and didn't have a as good user interface, working product, all that kind of wonderful stuff. So, I think it's a very personal thing, and you can definitely be a successful trader without doing any form of fundamentals in your fucking life. As long as it's liquid and it moves, you can trade the shit out of it. Just want a high probability of a bottom, so I can buy and walk away, like actual generational bottom. Yeah, that's someone based on good value or whatever, not purely as a short-term pun. Yeah. And it's about, it's a 3 million market cap project. How high can it go? Well, DentaCoin went to like 9 billion. The blockchain for dentists. The fucking what? The blockchain for dentists? 9 billion of your American dollarinos? So, hey, Bitcoin 15 was the bottom. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to make a call like that in my life, because what's the point? The only reason people do that is for clout. Nobody knows. Finally, my teeth in the blockchain. 5 to 8 figs in 2021 and rode it back down to 6 figs. Woo. Fuck. Used it to record broken teeth in the pub. But I think they have delusional fan base. Yeah, I agree with you, Margins Paul. Actually, one of my biggest regrets of the bull run, and you're gonna laugh, is it's not buying Hex, because Hex had that rampant fan base. Rampant. You saw it. Well, I saw it with XRP. I saw it with Link. There's one other one that I'm trying to think of, but like actual, pure delusional monkeys. And if you just put a very small amount in there, because they were literally in all of my replies, and watching Blur, go for it, wonderful. Whilst we meme and talk about shitcoins. Sorry, we've really veered off the beaten path here, haven't we? Whoever asked about fundamental analysis while I'm looking at charts, you've successfully sidetracked me. Take a look at Sin, yeah, but the thing with Sin is, what do you want me to say? It's like, but before, like, just, well, it's Coinbase, I suppose, but I know everyone's pretty hyped about Sin. Is that the most? There must be a better one. Say you love it. At least you're honest, mate, There must be an exchange with more history. Yeah, 2 and 3 DDH, like, a kind of similar experience in 2017-18 for me. Not that bad in terms of drawdown, though. I basically did 10x, sorry, I did like 30-something x, but during that process, I'd taken out 10x of my initial investment, and then I watched that like 33x, I think it was, at all-time high, go down like minus 60, maybe 70%, and cashed out everything. Literally sold every bit of shit I had, and just went, right, it's all in my bank account now, I'm starting again, and this time I'm not going to be a total fucking pleb. It's in USDC. It's that one better, is it? Have a peep. Ooh. My entire watch list is just going to be Sin now, isn't it? it goes back further. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know many people who made it in their first cycle, to be honest with you. But yeah, that whole process of starting again, and that's when I had the plan. And if you go back to that Twitter thread that I posted earlier, that was where I was talking about having an investment portfolio, having a trading portfolio, having some BTC and ETH that I just kept, and just essentially invested in. I think since Charlie did about Rune. Yeah, I mean, I think since done very well, hasn't it? Since these lows, very very well. It's kind of been off my radar a little bit, even though a lot of people have tried to shill me on it. Should we do like a Donald and just go 10% box? I don't think it's particularly clean from a TA perspective. And I don't think it's gonna be until you get it on Binance and get some real liquidity. To be honest with you, like I can't take a trade on this. Yeah, liquid as shit, really. Have I traded stocks? No, not really. I have a little bit, but I don't trade them. I just don't see the point. Why trade? The only thing I'm vaguely interested in trading is some commodities, but to be honest with you, this whole like technique and process doesn't really work as well. So I want to find momentum, I want to find the outliers, I want to find beta, and I want to jump on board and I want to ride it. That doesn't work as well with I suppose you probably could do it in TradFi, but either it's pulling of a rune or I lose money. Yeah, it's fair. Someone asked about DXY, didn't they? I mean, I still maintain my view that this is a monthly pivot, and if this was a BSC shitcoin, like everyone's talking about, oh, this this coin's broken out of a huge accumulation range, right? You'd expect it to go on a pretty reasonable run. This weakness here, you would call that a retest. Sure, I mean, you look at something like what's got a retest? Matic, I think. Matic, not a monthly level, obviously, but we'll delete these lines. Memory. But you're looking at Matic, and everyone's sort of saying like, "Oh, look, this is a wonderful level to bounce from." Okay, why is that the case with that and not the dollar? Do you see what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Objectivity seems to fail when it's not in the direction that people want it to be. Floki can still fly. Yeah, interestingly, Floki massively outperformed Doge today. I will probably end up regretting selling the bag that I bought at 17 something and selling at 18 something because the liquidity was dog shit. Where was it? Somewhere in here. Yeah, I didn't want a 3x anyway. You're waiting for the monthly close on DXY? Yeah. Why do you think the dollar is bearish, Scumbre? What am I missing? Or what does your analysis tell me that mine doesn't? I'm just flicking through some prospect theory. I cannot disclose, sorry man. He's got me there. Fair play, Scumbre. I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna do that one next time. I cannot disclose it, I'm afraid. I apologise. To be fair, I did really well on the dollar. Whilst I don't obviously trade it, I cashed out pretty much all of my dollar to GBP somewhere down here. Whenever I saw the I must have a GBP dollar chart on here. The old cable. I woke up and saw the headlines of like the pound is dead or something like that, and I was like, right, that seems like a good time to get out, get out some USDT. It was down here, yeah, 109. I think I sold it all for. Lovely. Okay, so I said it was dead. Yeah, or Kramer said it was dead. Sources? I made it up. Sentiment for Euro and GBP was so trash. Yeah, it was. And like literally, you know, you get this, and then you get this. Like, it was just. It's all obvious in hindsight, right? But like, fuck me, that's kind of exactly what I'm hoping for, today, or not necessarily today, but for sort of next trade setup. I want to see a big fucking move, and I want to see a strong fucking bounce, and I want to be on the side of the bounce. How the fuck do you not have a sub? My man did 10 gifted subs. Funny story, Magus. I tried to gift some subs yesterday and my bank account got frozen. That'll tell you how much of a tight cunt I am, because I never fucking spend money. And it was like, yeah, literally. You'll shortly receive a text from Lloyds Bank to confirm recent activity on your card. We noticed your debit card ending in this was used here at Twitch Interactive, Inc. for $19.95. We have stopped this from leaving your account and the payment was cancelled. I got rugged, mate. I got rugged. And you got rugged as well. But yeah, no, I went to the shop and my card didn't work, my Lloyd's card. Good job I got Plutus. No, it's more like this $19 transaction does not match your regular transaction history of fuck all, because I'm a tight motherfucker. Once an accountant, always an accountant. I can spend hundreds of dollars on market orders, but I cannot spend 15p on a bag. Mild confession, I steal a bag every time I go to Tesco's or Co-op. When it says how many bags did you take, I always put none, and I take one. I'm such a rebel. I'm definitely going to hell. I'm not paying for a fucking bag. Fuck off. Include bags in your margin. Right, Dusk. We're gonna meme trendline Dusk. Let's go a bit lower time frame. Let's have a peep. Someone said they're long DYDX. That's one I haven't heard in a little while. Let's go Dusk. Apologies, that was me. Being very slow at clicking. It's too bad. Sec report, Inc. I know I'm killing our planet. Please don't send us down. Ah, my man Rutger is long Dusk. I am a thief, yes. No, here's my explanation. It's that, like, this is my accounting autism brain, right? It's that when they were originally doing their costing models, all the supermarkets would have included cost of bags as part of like an overhead cost, and they would have allocated that out to every single one of their products. So the cost of the bag is actually already in the margin of the products. So all they're doing is charging you 5p or whatever it might be, 15p on top of that, which is just net margin for those companies. Nothing to do with fucking saving the planet or environment. It's basically, we're going to charge you a fee, add it to our bottom line, and use the environmental justice bullshit to take your money. 30p. My mate shops at someone nice, evidently. Is it a cost enforced by the government, is it? Well, fuck them. Why can't ICOS pass through my taxes? Yeah, real alpha here. Sorry, I've literally diverged so much from streaming. Fucking hell. You aren't Boris, that's true, yeah. I mean, legitimately, you'll see this. You'll see someone post a chat like this on Twitter, won't you? As soon as we start getting, maybe a bit like that. It's not bad from a beta perspective, though. Bit janky, bit janky. Yeah, I should list this under Twitch, just chatting, to be honest, rather than crypto. Apologies for everyone who was here for crypto discussions. We've ended up talking about plastic bags. I'm not really sure. Yeah, time to pay attention. Are we going to do our big arrow? We want to see it break this downtrend. No, I mean, genuinely from a beta perspective, it's actually quite good. Well, it was. OP. You see, like, OP... where's LDO gone? I reset all my colorings this morning. So it's a little bit of a mess. Because what I tend to do, just for people who are sort of not necessarily newer, but what I tend to do is color the ones that I'm interested in, and whenever you load up this chart, you'll see some of them are colored and some of them are not, and it's not me picking them out based on anything. Sorry, it's not me coloring in randomly, you know, just being let loose with my crayons. It's actually like, what am I vaguely interested in? That. Fine, just watch me click things. Just give me one moment, caller. Fucking hell. What is wrong with me? See, it's really irritating that it does that. Trend line's pretty thin, gigabullish. Yeah, I took your guys' advice and made it. Are we watching Art Attack? Yeah. How dare you stand where he once stood? But yeah, like, I would personally want to see some strength first. Like, I don't like longing just consolidation normally. I want to see something happen, even if it's literally, you know, you treat this as like a low time frame range, and we start seeing a move out of said range, and then you've got, you know, meme confluence of diagonal, which is a meme, and you know, some strength on hopefully this, and you know, hold above there, and then you've got your invalidation. Like, I don't like typically blind longing into this kind of stuff. I would rather long, despite the fact that I know where this goes, you know, I would rather have longed in this than in this, because at least you've had your first sign of strength. You think it's going to take stops under 0.2? No idea, mate. No idea. I would suggest that, you know, your first sign of weakness is the fact that it's pulled back to here. Like, you know, failing to break the trend line, failing to break 50 RSI, like, no real strength on the hourly, and just, yeah, say no for my liquidation levels. I think that's one thing that, like, people, I'll just say it. People, you know, massively underestimate the simplicity of RSI and what it can tell you about a market, which is like, I'll just stick it there, like, at the 50 RSI, is when you lose it, it's kind of quote unquote time to pay attention. Like, you know, you lose it here, and this is what happens. You lose it here, and okay, not too dramatic, but that's what happens, right? You lose it here, what are we gonna get? Like, it's just a really simple thought process that says, actually, sellers are in control, bears are in control, whatever you might want to think. It's the 4 hour. You know, and since I'm trading on typically someone asked earlier, how long's your average trade? It could be anything from 5 minutes to probably about 5 hours. The Magic trade was actually one of the longer trades I've had. That was, a couple of days. I mean, if you'd follow RSI, I kind of disagree in the sense of like the easier thing to follow is literally like an EMA indicator, and people really underestimate like those kind of simple strategies. Apologies, someone is messaging me. What have we got? We've got loads of random stuff. It's not CSGO time. I've got to go. I've got to do the school run, mate. Stream chat boy, hello. Night on this third 24k Bitcoin tap. I mean, you're better off asking a flow expert like Magus on that kind of thing. I'll just put that over there. Apologies, boys. He was telling me how he's getting frustrated about all these people on Twitter following him with different profiles. Wonderful. It's the content you'll come here for. Has anyone got any shitcoin requests? Because I've probably got about 10 minutes left. And then I've got to actually go and put my jeans on and go and pick my daughter up from school. Like, all I'm waiting for on BTC is let's show some strength. Let's flip the strand. Let's move up to here. Let's start getting a bit bullish if we're going to get bullish. Let's see some strength in terms of rotations. Like, I don't want my day to be, which is starts at 8 o'clock basically. Okay, we get a nice rotation on it. LDO, OP, not bad, but that's not particularly wonderful. Most of the other coins are in a plus 2% range. I want a bit more risk on. DYDX. You did say about that earlier, my friend. I mean, what have we got? Got anything? No, not particularly. What I'm looking for is any signs of kind of momentum divergences or anything like that to actually be able to think, okay, well, that would have been reasonable. I mean, high time frame, yeah, messy. Again, the thought process for me would be, long some strength. So something of that ilk. And show me strength. Show me strength before I jump on board. Not try and catch a falling knife. Yeah. So yeah, I would just be setting an alert here. I'm waiting for it, personally. Ant. What's Ant? Is that Ant shares? The fuck is Ant? My brother in Christ. I've got some really bad news for you. You are literally the only person trading this. Oh no, that's Binance US. Fuck me, okay. Oof. Let's use this. This might be a little bit more liquid. Yeah, okay, that's slightly better. I mean, you got a pretty clean range there, haven't you? I'm always betting against Algos too. The MMs are there out to get me. Single player chat. Yeah, I'm sorry, that was my fault going on Binance US, but it did make me smile at least. Meh. Higher time frame range, lower time frame range. Kind of simple for me. Again, would want to see strength. Would want to be playing a breakout. Would quite happily, jump on board if I saw it on the old spaghetti. Obviously, you'd have to add it to spaghetti and all that kind of wonderful stuff. But yeah, a lot cleaner than a lot of the other charts. Is there a reason people always use futures on TradingView and not the USDT version? I just do it, to be honest. They trade on it. They use it to get the right price on a limit order. Yeah. Morse code. Yeah, it was Morse code actually, wasn't it? Lovely. What's your overall lifetime profit from crypto trading? The exact number that's on my tax return, my friend. Don't you try and pull one over on me, Fed. Yeah, Fed detected. Casino OSRS. $23.64. Yes. I like that you think it was that much. What's your tax file number? It's 1234 69 420. Will Link ever break out? That is the ultimate question, isn't it? Magus tweeted about this the other day actually, and I really liked his tweet because he said there are two coins. One is Sushi and one is Link. That basically, I think I deleted Link off here. So I said I didn't want to look at it again. There are two coins that basically have their value capped and agreed by basically everyone. And it's literally the definition of arranging dead shitcoin. Like I said, we like new coins. Yeah, we do. And that's the thing, is when he said that he was long Litecoin, I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean Litecoin? Yeah, the fairest of value. It's it sat in, alright, it's a 75% range, not too bad. And same with Sushi, I think it's about 75% range. 59k is much worse. I mean, if you include the highs, I guess it's probably about, no, it's 2x. Okay, so it's not particularly terrible. It's still volatility. It's still probably better than a lot of assets out there. Don't hate on the Litecoin halving narrative. I know you kind of done me on that because you've used my emoji, and my emoji is because I'm a boomer. Lurman has done a very good job with it, but I am a boomer and it's not transparent. But yeah, when he said he's long in Litecoin, I was like, what? My honest expectation was Litecoin was going to look like this. I mean, I was wrong, right? I was wrong, but I may have mocked Litecoin a little bit. Because it has been pretty reasonable. Could be Zach. Yeah, that's true. If you're scared of IRS, why would you live stream it? Pretty much proves you only make money from affiliates, not trading itself. Oh, my guy. My guy. I mean, I think from my affiliates, I've made maybe $200. So I'll be declaring that on my next tax return. And I'm not scared of IRS or HMRC, my friend. I used to be an accountant, so I can assure you that all my accounts are very much up to scratch. Yes, nice try, Fed. The problem with trading in the UK is that it's taxed as income tax, so you get absolutely fisted for it. You literally pay 50% of it straight back to the government. Which is, if you go back to my thread, there's a reason why I have an investment portfolio. So, not that this is a tax stream, but investments, if you hold them for 2 years, or if you treat them as investments, as in you have a plan to invest, you can reasonably argue that they're capital gains taxed. You know, you're not trading them every day. You're not looking for charts and signals. You literally go, I'm buying this and I'm selling it here, here, and here. That's it. And if it goes down to here, I'll probably just sell it all and cut my loss. And if that takes 6 months, if that takes 6 years, then it's probably capital gains tax. If you are doing what I'm doing now, trading on this and going, right, I'm doing this and I'm going to long this and I'm going to stop that there and lovely, and I've done 150,000 transactions, which I think was my count last year, then that, my friend, is trading, and that is income tax. And yes, it goes up to 50%. Plus national insurance contributions and various other bits of shit. Yeah, it's income everywhere. I've got a company to trade. I've got a company to invest. I've got various different structures. I suppose I'm not in Dubai, I know, but you actually have to live there. Otherwise the UK government will fist you. And it might surprise you, because, you know, I may have a beautiful voice that's very therapeutic and a massive wang, but I am actually the whitest person on the planet. And if I so much as see the sun in a picture off Google, I pretty much burn. So me and Dubai would not fare well. Grant Stevenson, someone's done their maths. No, I don't. I trade $10, my friend. Portugal's good. Yeah, but again, you kind of have to live in these places, and it's not that I don't want to live there, but STX. Stacks. Jesus. Good coin, my friend. Number go up. Oh, is this what they use for the Bitcoin NFTs? Yeah, I thought Portugal changed as well. Yeah, but slow transactions doesn't matter, mate. It's not about that. It's not about how useful the things are. It's about, is it a good Ponzi in this environment? And yeah, it's a good Ponzi. Good Ponzi. I burn my BOIC to BTC, when do I make $1 million? Yeah, I mean, you can try and trend follow this now, but 30% in a day, or whatever it is, 38%. It's probably going to be quite difficult. Oh, I won't fuck around with things. 2 BAYC were burned to BTC. Wow. Slow transactions good, harder to sell. Yeah, I like that logic. Are you taxed in the UK on the crypto loans you make? I don't know, is the honest answer. I have thought about structuring things slightly differently, but I'd rather just pay my taxes and then avoid jail time. I also think that, you know, if a former accountant is getting into trouble with HMRC over crypto, you're kind of going to be the pin-up boy, aren't you, for them shafting you. And throwing the book hard at you. Should know better. But, enough about my tax stuff. I trade with $10 and I make money through affiliate links. Look all this crap. What's this? So I can clean some of this up. Average accountant and global tax evader. Yeah, that's the one. I haven't got my outdoor trousers on yet. No, my real world trousers are next to me, actually. But I'm glad that you appreciate the insights into my life. I might actually start tweeting some threads when I can find someone that I can pay $2,000 a month to do it for me. Sorry, $2 a month. So yeah, that's it. I kind of want to see a bit of strength from the market to get back on board. I think that, you know, shorting generally down here, you're going to have to be really, really aggressive. And I don't really like shorting with the anticipation of it's going to break out constantly and just basically getting cucked. You know, it's counter trend at this point. You know, if you wanted to short, the original thought process that I had, which was pretty decent, which was sweep this high here and then dump it, which was kind of what happened the other day. This, I didn't action it, I was still on my ETH long. As I talked about earlier, I was playing the long side of that, and yeah, I didn't flip. But Sato and Hodu longing, yeah, okay, well it's over, isn't it? So it's just, for me, it's just wait for the next trade. I think a lot of people feel the need to be in a trade all the time, and certainly I do sometimes from a pressure perspective, because you go on Twitter and everyone's posting 5,000 fucking charts a day. They're saying this is what I'm bidding. They've got 500,000 position notes open at every single fucking point in time. You know, it's yeah, I don't get it. And then they'll come back and be like, oh, I can't believe I posted a Floki chart 6 months ago. Look what's happened. So, well, did you take a position in it? Or, like, what? What? I'm just going to chart everything on Binance and then just come back and claim clout. So, unironically, this could be a nice little complacency shoulder. So if I work 2, I'll need to declare my trading profit at the end of the financial year. Yeah, 100%, mate. Not that I'm giving tax advice, none of this is financial advice, all that kind of crap. But if you make money from trading, you have to pay tax on it. I don't get why people struggle with that. I wonder if Rollbit and stuff like that constitutes gambling. Maybe that's how we get around it. Because gambling gains are tax-free. You pay enough fat tax by a job. Yeah, I mean, again, not tax advice. It's a little too soft. Alright. We'll go back to...
It is my humble opinion. There's nothing humble about me.
We'll go back to Damper now.
Zero. It is my
So, again, not financial advice. Speak to a financial accountant and financial professional, all that kind of wonderful stuff. But you can put up to £40,000 a year into your pension tax-free, I believe. So, if you are earning reasonable sums, then you might want to think about putting some of that away for the future. Anyway, I'm sure 100 other people didn't tune in to talk about pensions. Yes, talk to an accountant. But if you're getting ass raped on tax, like, the way I think about it is, do I want 40k in X years' time, or do I want 20k now? Like, it's kind of a dumb choice. Pension chats. Pensioners talking about pensions. Yeah, let's go. What a fucking banging stream. We've talked about pensions, we've talked about my affiliate links. So yeah, if you guys could sign up to Bybit with my affiliate link so I don't go broke, well, that would be great. It's down below. I need it to survive. If I run out of instant coffee, I'm blaming it on all of you for not supporting the stream. Don't forget back theft, yeah. Fucking hell. It's Nescafe Gold. But I had to block them on Twitter because I asked them if I could use their imagery for one of my Pepes, and they said no, I'd have to get it cleared with their legal department. So I blocked them. You're sub to Magus instead? You're banned. King Louis, where's he? Right. Invite to guest star? Block. I'm joking. I can gift you a sub, apparently. Oh, I have to pay for it. Psh, whoa. 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 So I'm looking at LDO at the moment. I would love to see us pull back and reclaim this. King's Turbo, he wouldn't need a sub. Oh yeah, rip. Alright, well, I'm a Twitch noob. Just out me like that, Zern. Just do it. Just do it. But yeah, these are two alerts that I was looking at. Levels I want to interact with. Hopefully you kind of sort of see some of my thought process. Is LDO going on this rotation? Or is it Garbanzo? OP. But it's good because when you watch these rotations a lot, you'll notice certain coins that tend to move together. And let's get another one of these remixes. Let's go for the synthwave. You know, OP Magic and LDO are good movers together. As part of that, like LSD staking narrative, all that kind of wonderful stuff. But it's kind of reaffirming thought process if OP is moving as well. Coffee to zero, wow. Trousers, yeah. Right, guys and girls. Well, I've had fun today, actually. The stream has been it's been thoroughly enjoyable. Hopefully you get a balance of thoughts on the market and a bit of big lols. Oh. What is this shit? It's 2:30. The burgers are waking up. Looks like it's a high on OP rotation then. Yeah, market open, let's go. Are we gonna have the like a classic failed open drive? Buy an AeroPress, cheap grinded coffee, game changer. I mean, I think the greatest scam that I'm gonna pull off on crypto Twitter is this. It's convince everyone that I'm too poor to afford anything other than instant coffee. And the amount of people that I've had offer me to buy me a coffee machine, unbelievable. I reckon I could give them all a separate address, rug them all for a couple $100, and that's it. I'll walk away with 20 grand. Done. Screw the Raffling model. We're out here scamming coffee machines. Turn funds into revenue. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting a bit of volatility now, which means I should go and actually trade. So I'm going to love you and leave you all. Thank you so much for joining. If you want to hear the wonderful words of Michael Saylor, say there is no second best, then do the cringe thing, follow the stream, and Michael will tell you there is no second best. And yeah, if you've got anything genuinely that's genuine questions or whatever, hit me up. See you on the next live. Cheers, Sharon. I'm probably going to do some a little bit later on in the evening so that people don't have to do it in their working day. And thank you very much, Trader Samwise, for your 10 subs. That's very kind. So I will love you and leave you all. And I will see you soon. Peace.
Charlie with his linguini charting. He loses sometimes, but hardly. He's BTC Charlie. But now he's GBP Charlie. It doesn't matter what he's charting. His trading is tough, but it's not all that bad with Charlie. He's got memes in the morning and more in the evening. It's Charlie. And when trading gets hard and support starts to lean, search Charlie.